Hello folks, and welcome back to Aldea. In this episode, Aldea is getting a city-defining landmark, a new custom-made bridge. San Francisco has Golden Gate, New York has Brooklyn Bridge, Sydney has the Harbour Bridge. Throughout the world, bridges are some of our most enduring and celebrated landmarks, and when I'm done, Aldea will have one to call its own. I'll be replacing these twin suspension bridges with a beautiful, custom-made bridge with its own dazzling night lighting. So let's go make something beautiful. Alright, so first step for this project is to go find us a bridge. I have one in mind that I downloaded. It's from Novosibirsk, however you pronounce it. And this, I think, is gonna fit just so in here. So I want it approximately in the middle. Actually, it'll probably be easier to just pick a side and align to that side. We want it approximately equal, to be aligned with the bridge so that we can then put the lane on it. Anyway, I feel like that's probably pretty close. Okay, there's our bridge. So the next thing, I'm going to pause this because we're probably going to end up tearing up lanes and doing all sorts of things. So next thing to do, we're going to make this into a procedural object. So go into move it. See if I can grab it. It's probably a building, I'm going to assume. And then we want to turn it into a procedural object. So I think I do that. It's Shift P if memory serves. Success. That little power icon turning off there. It is now a procedural object, so we can now edit it. And what I'm going to do is this bridge has a really nice center line down the middle of it. You can modify objects in procedural objects. You can customize and actually move individual vertices. So that is what we're going to do. Let's hold control and then just grip them all. So we're going to go through and take everything on the one side of the bridge. I haven't done a lot of work with procedural objects. This is very much going to be pushing the comfort zone a little bit. But I think this is a doable challenge. Okay, so we have all of that. Now we're just going to try and slide it. Oops. Oh no. There we go. You can undo, which is nice. Oh, I actually probably should move the bridge lanes together first. Yeah, let's do that first, actually. Okay, so let's move this about halfway in, and then we'll do the same on this side. What's that look like in the middle? Maybe just a little small nudge. Just so that the concrete jersey barriers stick together. And that you won't see a gap. Well, apparently I eyeballed the bridge pretty well in terms of where this needed to be. So now we'll go back to our procedural object, the bridge. So now we're going to move everything on the other side of it out. Okay, that looks good. We haven't touched the center kind of girders or whatever you want to call those. Oh, I should get this one. We'll end up moving these back in a bit anyway, but where I've got the one on this end, they should move together. Okay, so now we're going to move this side. And because I've lined it up fairly well, it looks like the center piece I don't have to adjust. They've stayed in the middle here because I just left them be, and then the other two sides moved about equal distance. So far, I should actually adjust the decking. Okay. The makings of a bridge. So to get rid of our old highway stuff, we need to set this to elevated. We don't want the bridge, we just want the elevated pieces. And then I go in here and I turn everything off. Just to make sure. Probably actually don't need to, probably just the elevated piece is the only one I'd have to mess with, but this isn't my area of expertise. I want to make sure I get it right. So that looks good. The pillars are gone, the bridge decking is gone. We're just left with this. In terms of elevation, I want everything to be at this height of these because I don't want to get into messing with all this spaghetti that took forever to make. So the bridge, the height of all the nodes on the bridge, I want to peg it to this. So how am I going to do that? I think if I look at this, it'll tell me what the slope is between different nodes. So they are not all even. At all. Even they're close, but not over that distance. That is going to mess me up. I think they need to be a little closer together. I've not used this before. XY set position. 54.5. Is this going to be also tell me 54.5, or is this giving me the... Okay. This is helpful. Because we can take this and I think if I paste this in here... Okay, this is actually going to be easier than I thought and better than using the slope tool for this particular purpose, because I'm actually not wanting a slope. I want these all at the same height. So if I do this, will it move them all to this, or will it move them all relative to each other? I gotta check the slope. 0, 1.9. Yeah, so it did, and unfortunately, it moved them relative to each other. So I'm gonna just, I'll put it on. I'll turn up the speed, and we're gonna have to go through and adjust these one by one to 54.5. Okay, so all of those nodes are on the exact same pancake level now. So we got the bridge still kind of popping up above. So now, I think if I just go edit and page down. Oh! What is that? Oh dear. I spoke way too soon. We grabbed some piece of that bridge accidentally. Okay. It looks like it got an edge of these. Yeah. Okay. I might be able to fix that without starting over. I think they got snagged when I was moving the other side and accidentally got moved. All's well that ends well, though. There they go. That's back into position. That's a pretty sweet bridge. I'm going to turn this on. I want to see some cars on it once they come up to the new height. That is pretty darn good. And very much something that would be a landmark for the whole city. The Aldea Harbour Bridge. You know, wherever you kind of are, that's going to be a pretty strong part of the city's skyline. Throughout the harbor. Well, not if you're actually in the tree there, but probably even further away. Yeah, there it is, poking out of the river valley. See it from the hill? Yep. So, not unlike our distinctive water tower up here, that bridge is basically an emblem for the city. It's kind of, you don't see it as much from these hills because this hill's in the way, but from top of this hill, which is a future park. Very much a commanding view of that bridge. I'm pretty pleased with that. So pleased, I'm going to put a save right here, lest I screw something up. Okay, so our bridge is in good shape now. The thing that I still need to do is I need to fix the approaches. So that's what we're going to tackle next. This side will be the easier side, so we're going to start here. And I want the node for the ends of the bridge, the ramps, to basically be right here at the end of the bridge span. That's approximately even. And now we're going to get rid of these messed up ramps and redo them. Easy peasy. This side, on the other hand, is not going to be so cooperative because of this whole kind of setup here. I think we'll start with the same thing. Let's make sure the nodes here, I've already got them pretty much where they need to be. I don't know if it would be better to take these out first or try and work with them as is. There's weirdness happening on this one already because the vehicles for some reason are slowing down to a crawl, but this one's kind of normal. Maybe we'll start with this one. This is a node controller type work. And I think if I stretch this way the heck out, that should go a long way. And maybe if I also stretch it. Okay. I wonder if instead, at this point, no, that still needs to be that way. Whatever that car was doing. Oh, this game does make you laugh sometimes. I wish this was straight. That's the problem. Otherwise, I mean, this approach here is great. It's pretty much a straight shot. In fact, we could probably improve that even more so. Just by... yeah. So that is practically perfect, as Mary Poppins might say. If we do the same thing on this side, that's a little better. I just wish that they could just run it straight through there. That's pretty good though. I mean, I might be into the phase of messing with things that only ends up making it worse. It's kind of too bad because in an ideal world, it would be this one that had the bend because it's coming up and merging in, and this one that was the straighter one. But we actually have the opposite. I'm just kind of messing with this to see what happens. This is the one that bugs me. But I don't know that I can actually do anything about it. If I move you, what happens? Let's get weird. Move you that way. Might just have to let that go. Alright, let's take a look at the other side. Which has got weirdness happening for some reason. I don't know why they slow down on that side. No, they don't now. Well, we fixed that at least. I would like this. Like, this should be relatively straight. There's no reason for it to take this kind of curve. Other than I can't get the game to do it. Oh, well, maybe I can get the game to do it. Look at that. And that's the straight through. Which is... Oh, it's 0.5 is what we want, apparently. Huh. Because this is the one that's merging off, so I don't mind it taking, you know, a bend to go down. But the one that's going straight should be pretty straight. Well, that was easy. Maybe just stretch it out a little bit. I didn't expect that to work just so quickly and to also fix that weird... See? Yeah, he's driving through at proper speed. Huh. Wonder if it was just so shockingly easy. I wonder if I didn't try shifting this. Maybe it's this one. What if we shift the blue? Oh! Now we're getting somewhere. What if I turn off all these silly stretch... Oops. There. And we just shift that so that it's more or less... Okay, as long as they just go through. Okay, I think this is just shut up and take the win here. And I think I don't want them to be switching here. I think that's for further down the bridge. There's another confused voyage. Hope that is just the result of me in the moment changing things here and not something that I've done. That every now and then a car is going to be jumping to the other side. Now, I wonder, just a little bit of a stretch makes a good difference there. And a pretty good one there. It makes the lanes a little bit weird, but not in any kind of considerable way. small little adjustment of the kind that once you've seen it, you can't unsee it, but it's not actually that significant. Okay. Well, oops. We're missing a pillar under this side, but rather than I don't want to click to upgrade to get that pillar back. So I think in this instance, we're going to just copy its neighbor. Oh no, that's under the right. It's this side that's got the one that's missing. But point remains, we're going to just copy this. Oh, yeah. I still have that on, don't I? I do need to, where under terrain tools, you would not have water pooling up without it having a path to go out. So I think this would just have gotten infilled in during the construction of the bridge. There. And no problems. Oh, just a small little adjustment to be had on this side. Okay. That's a sweet bridge. We have one more thing that I need to do. I think when I turned it into a procedural object, I'm gonna turn things over to night mode here. I'm betting the bridge has no lights. And a big landmark like that for the city, you would have some good lighting on it. So let's see about that. I've got day-night now turned on. I think play it lets me set the time of day. Yeah, so the bridge is totally dark. So we're gonna fix that. I think we'll see about putting some accent lighting on the actual bridge structure, but we also need the roadway lit with some highway lights. And rather than the ones out here on the edge that the game would default to, I'm going to plop some in highway style lighting in the middle on the Jersey barriers. I think that would make the most sense here. So let's go find some lighting. I think the white light is probably what we'll go with. I think they cast the most lighting on the span. And so then the question is, what other sorts of white floor light, white floodlight? So if I were to put that up there, what would that be like? You can just see it rising. Like, what I'm thinking about is spacing these all the way up. And hopefully I can then just copy the whole thing over to the other side. That's one option with the accent light. red wall-mounted floodlight. We could lean into the red of the thing. They're definitely brighter. Oh, it's a floodlight. It's shooting down, so these guys, on the other hand, are mounted and are indistinctly going up, whereas this one is very clearly angled down. So I don't think we want that. It's too bad. I kind of like the color more. You know what? I think the yellow, just less is more. These ones, the fixtures, are going to be something that, let's flip it into day. I bet you I will see those in the daytime. Whereas the yellow ones, you really don't. Okay, well, we tried. Goodbye, red lighting. Hello, yellow lights. Let's just select these yellow props. I wonder if I can just kind of copy. I guess they don't light up until you actually hit them, but if they're not lit up, I can't really place them. So I think we're gonna have to go over the bridge manually. I will not inflict this on you as a video. I'll cut here and I'll show you the end result. Okay, after some tedium, I have lights going up the span on one side, and I wanted to mirror them over to this side and then mirror the whole thing over to that side. I haven't used mirror before in Move It, so I had to take a little pause here to go watch a tutorial. Thank you, ToadZZ, for that. So now I'm going to give this a try, because apparently to make mirror work, you need a network to mirror it off of. So we're just putting this road in temporarily, purely for mirror. So I'm gonna see if this works. So we don't want those things out there. We want all those lights, which I think we've got them all selected. Looks like it. Okay, after some more fiddling, I think I now have this. So we're gonna select our lights. We're gonna go mirror. I'm gonna have to turn on, because I can't click on this and move it because I didn't have this I didn't have segments or nodes picked, so I couldn't click on the network, which I think was my problem. So I'm gonna click segment, which now lets me click on this. And there are my lights. They're up too high, but we can now lower them down. And they are... they're so close, but for some reason, not quite. I bet you it's just not quite. Well, I'm still far better off to have this as a starting point than going through and clicking all those lights individually like I was before. So you know what? This is still, if not quite perfect, we're still better off. There. The one side of the bridge is lit up. We don't need this anymore. You know what, actually? I should put a line of the same light down the bottom. Lighting this sucker has become quite a task, actually. I wonder if I just copy all of the middle ones. I'm gonna save since we've gotten this far. I wonder if I copy them. Although the arch, they're not all in the same spot. With that in mind, you know what? It'll probably be easier if I just go through and place. See how this looks. Let's get one up to height. Since we're using all the same one, we can move it along once it's at height. I don't know why my page up takes like a bloody decade to get up here. And since this is all the same height, I should, well, in theory it's supposed to be. It's practically all the same height. I think the bridge must have a very small rise in it. It's looking pretty good. I can't believe that I'm doing this much manual light placement. Yeah, the bridge definitely, it does have a little bit of a rise to it. I'm surprised my roads actually didn't cause a problem because they're completely flat. But there's enough of a rise that I do have to manually mess with the lights as you go along the span. How sexy is that? That is great. Now that's a bridge. You know, since these are all yellow, maybe we'll keep the yellow lights out in the middle instead of using the white light. Part of the bridge's look. They have good they cast up a fair ways. Look at that. Okay. Now I'm going to try and copy all of them over to the other side. Looks good. So this is actually another use of mirror. So let's go mirror. We have to turn segment back on so we can click on the road network. And now we're going to have to maneuver that into place. they're higher up than they're supposed to be. I love it. Look at that. Wow. Sometimes playing this game, it just becomes all the more miraculous, like when you see something like it absolutely works. Now we're gonna do these street lights. So, do I want to eyeball the spacing? Probably. Yeah, see my bridge? It's pretty straight. It's very much the exact height because we set that, but it's just slightly, ever so slightly, on an angle. You know what? I should just place one right next to that. Actually, I'm literally going to hold my thumb on the screen so I know where to place this. And then that turned out almost perfectly even. How about that? That is a bridge. I want to see what it looks like from further away. Icon of the city. Right there. You can stand on your darkened lookout, as these folks are doing. Admire the feats of modern engineering. I guess that light casts down underneath. They do it on the other side? A little bit. That's fine. You can actually see the headlights come shine down under there. Oh well. Sometimes in this game, you gotta just kind of accept what you can't quite control. I should add one more highway lamp on either side, just on the approach here. Be the start of the yellow mood lighting. There we go. I would say that's a wrap. We have an awesome bridge, customized lighting, custom bridge. That was a good piece of work there. I really love how it looks at night. So I think we'll wrap up here. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, or leave any feedback you might have in the comments. I think we'll close out with some cinematics of our dramatic work here.